Hi, so to start, I took a quarter zip that I got at Goodwill for $2 and I cut it into parts. There's a sleeve. You can kind of see, it looks like this is the front of the sweater. There's a paint stain, so it was only like $1.50, $2, I can't remember. But yeah, I chose to do this instead of using a pattern because a pattern was just really confusing for me and this was easier. But do whatever works for you. And then there's my zipper and scissors. What else? There's the fabric that I decided to use for like the shoulder piece thingies, and also the collar. And then here's my base fabric. It has cactuses on it, very cute. Okay, so here I am cutting out all my pieces of fabric, and it's just kind of lined up with the previous cutouts. Yep, there's one. So I have my shoulder pieces and I doubled over that fabric because I wanted two of the shoulder pieces. Here I only want one back piece. So I just used a single layer of fabric and it takes a while to line up. That thing was getting really uncomfortable. And there I go, cutting it out. And all of this is in fast forward, and I like edited a lot of stuff out. I ended up with like over 90 minutes of footage total. So I mean, this process really does still take me a long time, but I've only made like 5 total. So there's my back piece, and I shove all my crafting stuff into that drawer always. And now here I go lining up my front piece. Again, this is just like one single layer of fabric because I only need one of each of those. And I take a while cutting my fabric out. I just like to be as precise as I can be. But I don't know why, because it always ends up like weird anyway. Okay, now I'm doing my sleeves. So I did fold like my fabric over in half so I could have 2 pieces. So it's 2 layers because I did not want to have to cut a sleeve out twice. It just is less work this way. So yeah, there I am cutting my sleeves out. And those are all done. Okay, so here we have sleeve number 1. Sleeve number 2, a little shoulder thingy, and the other one. And this is the front piece, and I'm going to show you the back piece too. I will say the collar's not done yet. I never do the collar till the end, till I can like see and measure out how big the neck opening is. There's my setup, nothing fancy, but it gets the job done. And okay, so I start with my front piece and my 2 shoulders, and I'm going to sew those together. And you always want to sew the good sides together so you don't see the seam. Yep, there's one done. Now I'm going to do the other. All right, and those are both on there. So now I'm going to line it up with the back piece, and I'm going to sew them together, attaching at the shoulders. Yep. Okay, they're both on there now. So it looks almost like a vest, but the sides aren't sewn together. So it's just attached at the top there. Yeah, now you can see. And next I'm going to line up the sleeves. This part is really, really difficult to show, and it's probably one of the more difficult parts. So here's a picture that kind of better explains it. You can pause if you want. Okay, and now I'm attaching those. There's one. Got it. And the other side's still open. So now I'm going to sew the other sleeve on there. And they're both attached, but the whole thing is open. So like the sides and the sleeves aren't closed up. So it's just like a big poncho. Yep, you can kind of see it there. I wish this process was this quick in real life. Then I ran out of bobbin, so I rewinded it, and I decided to include that because I just think it's really satisfying to watch. Okay, so I closed up my sides after that, all sewn shut. And, oh wait, just kidding, I only had one done. But now I'm hemming the sleeves, yeah, so that the fabric looks nice, and you can keep seeing me watch my Netflix. That's why I keep looking away. The Office is on. And there I go again. Alrighty, so everything is closed up now, all sewn together. All I have to do is add a collar and add the zipper. Oh, just kidding, and I have to hem it. So I'm hemming the bottom. It just makes it look nice and it keeps it from fraying. Okay, so I have it hemmed. I'm trying to make sure it's gonna fit. Very happy. All right, so here is my collar. It's just a rectangle that I measured out to be the same length as the neck opening. And yeah, I'm sewing that on. I keep watching Netflix, Ryan. Look at the camera. There you go. Okay, back at it. Now we have the collar on, and you can see the seam there when the collar's flipped up. It doesn't really bother me because I always keep my collar flipped down. And I'm gonna add my zipper. So there, I add it one side at a time. This is actually not something that I think is one of the more difficult parts, which I thought it would be, so that was kind of surprising to me. And I just do one side at a time. I usually sew it on with it unzipped. I think that's easier for some reason, but you know, whatever floats your boat. Okay, so there's that. Side number 1 is on. Side number 2 is not yet attached. So now I'm going to have to add that too. All right, and there I go, sewing on the other side. Oh, I'm all done. So excited. All right. So here you can see the finished product. Yay. I never keep it zipped all the way up because I don't like seeing that ugly seam. But whatever. It doesn't really matter. And you can see on fleece. Fleece is easier to work with. It's not as noticeable, and it's a lot more forgiving. So I would definitely recommend starting out with fleece. And it's super comfy. I got all these fabrics from Hobby Lobby because that's like the only craft store we have here, or Walmart. Now I'm gonna try it on. Yay! Oh, so cute. Love it so much. And yeah, that is the whole thing. You can see the seam looks a lot better from when you have the collar down than when it's up. So that's just how I keep it. Now I tried it on with my red jeans because I thought the red in the jeans would match the red in the fabric, and I thought it would look cute. I still can't decide if it does or not, but whatever. Here is pretty much my raw footage from when I make TikToks, which is really cringy to watch unedited. But I thought it was funny and I thought I'd include it. It's like my very own behind the scenes. I am really, really loving this shirt. I don't know when I'm gonna wear it, but when I do, I'm gonna love it.